Would you like to connect with people on a deeper level? And if that's the case, let me give you a little tip. I was recently at the National Speakers Association conference in Dallas, and I'd come down for breakfast. I was a little bit late, and so a lot of the tables were already kind of cleared. I found a place to sit down with some of my friends and noticed that there wasn't a coffee cup. Somebody had already sat there, so I got up, went and found some silverware and a coffee cup, and as I was walking back, walked past one of the gentlemen who was one of the servers that was there in the hotel banquet area. And I said, excuse me, when you have a few minutes, could you come over? I'd like to get some coffee as well. And as I start walking back to my table, all of a sudden I hear my name. Jason, where are you sitting? And I turn around because this was a little bit odd for me to be hearing my name in this big kind of banquet area where we were having breakfast. And I turned around and it was this man who was saying, Jason, where are you sitting so that I can come and get you your coffee? And I said, wow, how did he know my name? And then I looked down and I'm wearing my name badge, right, that has my name on it. So this man, whose name is Eddy, took the extra time to actually look down and see what my name was and call me by my name. So if you want to make deeper connections with people, here's one tip. Use their name. Okay, now let's talk about this for just a minute. Because I have a very hard time remembering names because I'm a visual learner. And so it's nice for me to be able to see people's names, and that helps me to better remember them. So when Eddy walks over, he was wearing a name tag as well. And so what I said was, Eddy, thank you for bringing the coffee. And as I was sitting there, talking with my friends, having breakfast, I thought, this is a great opportunity and I need to learn a little bit more about Eddy. So when Eddy came around, I got up and I went over to him and I said, Eddy, I just want to thank you for using my name and for the great service that you are providing. And we started talking. Found out that Eddy is from Shreveport, Louisiana. So we had a connection right there. Earlier in my career, actually over a lot of my career, I've done a lot of work in Louisiana. So I've spent a lot of time there. And so we were talking about Louisiana. Another connection point, my son is in the U.S. Army and is currently stationed in upstate New York, but is being transferred to where? Louisiana. Right, so we had a couple of things that we could talk about and got to know this man much better. Found out what a wonderful human being Eddy is, and it all started off because he used my name, and we were able to make that deeper connection using each other's names. Now, there's something else that I want to tell you about Eddy. You'll hear me sometimes talk about how people can either have a job, they can have a career, or they can have a calling. Now, what does that mean? Some people just have a job, they just go to work, they just collect their paycheck and they go home. Some people have a career. They have a job, but they have this career path that they're trying to move down, right? And other people find a calling, a real reason why they go to work, and they find joy in actually doing what they're doing. Eddy is one of those people that has a calling. It was very clear from talking to him how much he cared for people and realized how what he did made a big impact on people's lives. And it did. It made an impact on my life, right? I was dealing with some jet lag issues. I needed coffee in the morning and needed somebody to talk to as well. Because as humans, it's always great for us to make connections. And when we connect with people and find out who they are, we can start to see very quickly how similar we are. And it just makes this world a beautiful, beautiful place. So anyway, wanted to share that story with you about my new friend Eddy. And just remind you all, if you want deeper connections with other people, here's a tip. Use their name and then actually ask them a little bit about themselves, and you will start to find that there's lots of things that you can talk about because we are similar to most human beings in a lot of different ways.